And Jerry and Lori, this is a race not only watched across Pennsylvania, but really across the country. Democrats once again targeting Scott Perry's seat, thinking they can perhaps win it in November. Janelle Stelson, a newcomer to politics, has come out victorious here in the Democratic primary. She joins us now here at the Englewood in Hershey. And Janelle, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you, Barbara.
Why did you make this leap into politics?
You know, I got into journalism 38 years ago because it has the power to affect change. And over those years, nearly 4 decades, I've listened to a lot of people. I know the issues and the concerns of people. If we've not been sitting in their living rooms, we've been on TVs in their living rooms. And I wanted to, I realized if I really wanted to have the power to affect change at this point, I needed to move beyond the telling about our concerns to actually trying to do something about them.
Scott Perry is a 6-term incumbent. He has a lot of support in the district, which covers York, Dauphin, and Cumberland counties. Why do you think you would be a better representative?
Well, I just think he's not been paying attention to our issues for a very long time. He's had 12 years to fix some really basic things. He voted against the Infrastructure Act that is fixing our roads and our bridges and our really good paying union jobs for the folks in this area, giving us a more solid middle class. He's the only one in the Pennsylvania delegation who voted against doing that. And I think that once people pay attention to his really extreme agenda, because remember, Josh Shapiro won this district by 12 points against Doug Mastriano, who is nothing but Scott Perry light.
We're going to have more on his reaction to your victory tonight, but I did want to ask you, because Scott Perry did say that he believes you would be a continuation of the Biden agenda, which he says has created inflation, open borders, insecurity, and some other issues for the country.
Well, gosh, Scott Perry's had 12 years to address those issues, and I've not seen any changes for the better.
You were a registered Republican. You've been out front about that. Why didn't you run in the Republican primary against Perry and take him on now?
Because I needed to run. I registered in the party that my parents were in a very long time ago. And then, as you know, in this job, you have to be absolutely nonpartisan. So, I voted the way I voted behind the scenes. But when I got serious about running for office, I needed to run in the party that I was most affiliated with.
Your Democratic opponents brought up the fact that you live in Lancaster and not in the 10th district. Will you move?
Oh, sure, I will move. Yeah, and I will also, I know this area better than any of the other candidates. I've been living here for 38 years. I think 4 places in Harrisburg, 3 in Harrisburg, 1 in Susquehanna Township, and then across the river in Camp Hill and New Cumberland. So not only that, but as you know, in the news, we go to every nook and cranny of the entire district. So not only do I know the district well, let's just say I'm the only one who gets around without navigation, but those people know me. They know us from the news in a nonpartisan way, and that is going to make a big difference in November.
Well, thank you very much. And I know Janelle has already said she will debate Scott Perry. That race to come in November. Live in Hershey, I'm Barbara Barr for News 8.